Welcome to 𝐄𝐓𝐇𝐄𝐑𝐄𝐔. We talk about investing, finance, and professional development. It's the current time of 9:05 a.m. on Eastern Time on August 8th. Ethereum currently $1,797, up about close to 6% so far. Respect over crypto market and the equity market on this Monday morning so far. On the future perspective, we are up across the board, about 0.5% on Dow Jones, S&P. Nasdaq is up a little bit more, at close to about 1% so far. In respect to oil prices and the 10-year yields, seems like they are both collectively declining a little bit. Oil definitely has depreciated quite a lot, down about 1.35% right now. Trading at $87.81 per barrel at the moment, in comparisons to weeks ago and months ago. I believe we were trading at about $115 even at one point. So that's a quite sizable shave in terms of the depreciation we've seen so far. And with respect to the stock market and the crypto market, obviously on a Monday is typically green, contingent on specific macro affectation. But as of recent affectations around job numbers that came out on Friday, despite it was like watered down by the Fed's foreshadow on their progression onto increasing the rates going forward, is still conveying a positive signal onto the market. But obviously it was a more of an opportunistic spike in job numbers. But in terms of the sustainability on the level of unemployment going forward, that's still something we need to verify, right? Maybe it was just a one-off incident. It is a repeating manner. I don't know if it will be, right? But we will verify that a little bit more, as we approach onto the next coming job numbers, and obviously CPI report that's coming out on Wednesday, and obviously the FOMC meeting in September coming. Are we gonna go with another 75 basis point, or are we gonna go with a 1% this time? So we'll see how that goes. And based on collective media affectation and just sentiment from the Congress people, the Feds, they have pretty much indicates that increasing the rates to 75 basis point again, doing this triple rate height, will be like the bare minimum in terms of the logic's perspective. So we'll see how that goes, right? In addition to that, I'm seeing some other news around just there's more adjacent news. So one is SoftBank, obviously Masayoshi-san has posted $21.6 billion of quarterly loss on its Vision Fund, which is the biggest in the history. Wow, $21.6 billion in 3 months. That's quite sizable of a loss, right? But it makes sense because of the downturn that we're in right now. So I wouldn't really look into it. It's more paper loss, but $21.6 billion, a huge paper loss. In addition to that, Peloton has reported earning this morning, and the shares fell by 14% due to this miss on the guidance, and also with respect to the revenue outlook going forward. So that's something that if you believe in this long term, this it might be a good opportunity to buy on this dip, right? And then I'm seeing some other news. Nothing really important. Yeah, so let's just dive right into the technical. So with respect to recording time of 9:09 a.m. on Eastern Time, we are basically around 1800 at the moment. But the real level, as we know, is the 1850, based on what we have collectively seen so far, right? And you can see that with respect to the MACD, we're quite extended for quite some time. We don't even know which way are we trying to go to. We try to go up or down. But we can tell that the RSI is quite extended, right? With the 67 out of 70, and 70 again is on the overbought level. So right now we are relatively overbought and relatively extended already. So something to think about if you want to still incur risk at the moment. I think the balloon is gonna pop any day now. But this is a game of a kind of a patient game at the moment right now. right? Which way are we gonna go up to? Which, how far out are we gonna be expecting to surge up or go down from? But ultimately on a daily, we can see that the setup is quite extended, so the risk tolerance level is relatively high if you want to be buying at this level, right? But again, weeks out and months out are quite bullish. You can see that weeks we have former golden cross, so which triangulates with this surge that we've been seeing so far. And also at the same time, we are slowly levitating at the 44 out of 70 on RSI scale, so we still have some room to go up to. Again, on the weekly, 55 out of 70 was the next level of resistance. And also monthly, we're seeing a plateau right now. So I do like it weeks out again, right? And I do think, we will ideally see some volatility ahead again, right, with respect to on the 10th of August, which is literally in 2 days from now. So watching out for those volatility makes a lot of sense, despite this Monday green day. So it might be just like today green, tomorrow red, and then we might see more red coming on Wednesday, contingent on the result of that report. And the report is coming out at 8:30 a.m. on the Eastern time, if I'm not mistaken. And then Bitcoin is similar, right? You can see that plateauing, forming a cross section down, weeks out. You could see that we're about to form a golden cross, forming up right now. So weeks and months out are quite bullish. Daily, you're still like contemplating which way are we going. Are we going up or going down, right? You could see that green candle because of the job numbers results and also Monday affectation. But you could see that clearly we are meeting with the resistance level of 61 out of 70 right now. At the same time, we've been extended quite some time ever since the 24th of June. Okay. And then across all the others, crypto, I would say we are quite collectively extended, right? Let me just take a look at AVAX, for example. Yeah, very extended. You can see that daily with the 73 out of 70 right now. Weeks, you could show that we're quite crossed up, so it makes sense why we're seeing the bullishness. Let me just check on Polkadot real quick just to see what's going on. So it seems like, let me see. Yep, exactly. So you can see that we're quite extended as well, right? So daily looks quite extended. Weeks and months out, we should see more bullishness. So that's still correlates with the other coins as well. Let me see Solana just to double check. So Solana on a daily about to form a golden cross. So we should see more bullish pressure for some reason, and then we're gonna go up to somewhere around like 47 and probably gonna break it from there. Right now the 57 out of 70 next level of resistance is gonna be somewhere around 60. And on the weeks out, Solana is quite interesting. It's trading on the kind of a pseudo opposite affectation. So it seems like on the daily is quite bullish, but weeks and months out looks a little bit stale in comparison. And this is just me being subjective. So this is quite interesting. It seems like the setup, on the Solana is like definitely trading a slightly different momentum in comparisons to the major coins, if you may. Right. Let me see Classic as well. Weeks is quite extended. Month looks quite bullish. Dailies, so I think Ethereum Classic is quite bearish at the moment. So which is like on the opposite side of the spectrum. So yeah, like the altcoin side of the house, like quite mixed bag to be honest with you. So be careful when you're reading the setup on the technical front. But in terms of like Bitcoin and Ethereum and across like majority of the altcoin, again, daily looks quite, extended and frankly bearish. But weeks and months out, we should be ideally seeing some healthy buying pressure ahead. All right, so we're about like 15 minutes away from a market opening. I'm gonna go get some breakfast, and I will double check on what's going on, going to be happening in the near future. But appreciate you. Have a good rest of the day. Great Monday, and take care.